Hey guys, in this video, I'm going to walk you through the actual question I was asked in my B school interview, which eventually led to my conversion at IIM Raipur. So this is not a video where I will talk about how to crack B school admission interviews or what is the GDPI strategies. For that, you need to watch my other videos. In this video, I'm going to walk you through my actual experience, what was asked, and what kind of expected answers you can give. So if you have GDPI coming up, this will help you to understand thinking pattern behind the interview questions. So for setting up the context, I want to say that no two interviews are the same. No two panelists judge the candidates on the same parameter. Most common thing is that how the panelists are testing your clarity, how they actually probe your profile, how they actually react when your answers are shallow. You might not get the same set of questions, but you will feel the same scenarios in GDPI. So mine is not a perfect interview story. There were confusions, there were a lot of pressure movements, and even a technical issue. But maybe that's why it is worked. It was not memorized. So let's start my interview story here. So this was the first question they asked.
Hello Jyoti, tell me about yourself.
I didn't start this with my family background. I spoke about my educational background, my graduations, and my majors, how my interest developed in MBA, and then briefly about my background and then my hobby. For a hobby part, student get confused. In my case, I mentioned that I have been practicing Bharatanatyam classical dance for almost 8 years. What I sensed from this question from panelists is that they were not looking for a family background story. They want to know more about you, that why you are sitting in this interview, why you are thinking that you want to do MBA, do you have a clarity or not. I know this, there are separate questions for this, like why MBA, etc., but telling your intentions in first question only give them more clarity. So now question number 2.
Okay, we have your CV. You have done your graduation from DU, right?
That was really unexpected because that wasn't my CV. I haven't studied from Delhi University. For a moment, I was genuinely confused. I was thinking that what to say. This is not my CV. Then I then I calmed down myself and told them, "Sir, I think this might not be my CV." It was awkward, but I corrected them respectfully. Then they picked my CV and started asking questions. I am mentioning this conversation here is that, see, interviews are like this only. They cannot be flawless all the time. You need to calm yourself even the things are not going in your favor. So now the question number 3 was,
Why are your graduation marks are low?
I clarified this question with the fact I was in top 5 student of my class and top 10 in my BCom batch of 300 students. The percentage looked lower because my university had internal strict marking system where the highest score rarely crossed 70%. So I had around 65% plus, was actually a strong academic standing there. They were convinced by my answer, but there are many universities like this. Now question number 4.
What is your favorite subject? What do you want to choose in MBA and why?
My clear answer was marketing. I explained this by talking how I was interested in multiple marketing case studies in my bachelor's, how I did some internship in marketing, my comfort level with communication and people management, etc. In that answers, I smartly included that even I won a best speaker award in my college. I didn't say that marketing is creative. I'm very passionate about marketing because I saw some ads, etc. I connected my answers to things that I have already done. They moved. Now the next few questions were marketing concepts like the 4 Ps, SWOT analysis. Are there more additional P's other than 4 P's? It was creating silently a pressure on me that I am aware of more P's or not, why they exist, etc. These were not really tricky questions, but someone who is a fresher started reading about marketing, etc. For that student, it is might be triggered their memory. Here they were actually checking that are your fundamentals are clear or not? Are you confused in your career direction, or will your skills and your personality justify your major decision or not? Then comes few general awareness questions from how many NATO members are there. I confidently said there are 30. Then I took a pause and I looked little confused to them. From that they kept asking me.
Are you really sure?
I did not move from my answer. I said that yes, sir, in my knowledge, it is 30 only. Questions around Ukraine Russia war, because that was a trending topic back then. So this section was more about handling pressure and your awareness about general things going in India and around India. Now the question comes.
Tell us about your gap years.
So I had a gap year around 1.5 years because of COVID. So I just explained them like my graduation final exams got delayed. During that time, I came back home from Varanasi and I started teaching Bharatanatyam to students. I was earning decently, but my family suggested that it may not be a sustainable long-term career. When I started exploring MBA and a CAT, because I already mentioned that I was good at marketing and I thought that marketing could be one of my potential career. Then this trigger question comes.
Don't you think you should have pursued your hobby instead of MBA?
That question stayed with me for a moment because I was not expecting that question from them. I answered honestly. I said I love Bharatanatyam deeply. I had to think practically here. About my financial stability. I haven't abandoned it. I just didn't choose as a primary career. Then they pushed again. If you are so passionate, you should have pursued it. I stay calm and stood by my reasoning that time. Now the next question was,
So, what was your biggest struggle?
said I come from Hindi medium background, getting into the English medium graduation college, preparing for CAT and especially for VARC. It was a tough journey for me. Then the next question was,
Okay, you are from Hindi medium. Your English seems very good. How did you improve?
so this is where I spoke from my heart. I didn't take any coaching for English. My elder brother understood this gap very early. I used to practice my English with my graduation friends. They supported me. I consciously put myself into the situation where I felt embarrassed. I even shared with them was one TED Talk event planned in my college that time. And I just went and registered myself. When I was into the selection round, I gave a speech. I fumbled a lot and got rejected and felt embarrassed. These were the trigger moments for me that pushed me to prepare hard. And in my final year, I got the Best Speaker Award in English. I also received Miss Metamorphosis Award for a positive transformation. I mentioned all these things to them. I felt is that this is where the panel softened. After this question, I was expecting the another question from them, but what happened after this, I was not expecting. Because in my hometown from childhood to this time, I never seen any problem with electricity. I was in my life changing moment. The electricity went off. Wi-Fi got disconnected and I panicked. Somehow I switched the mobile data and connected again. I thought they will be gone by that time. They were still there and they just asked me this question.
Do you have any question for us?
I asked them not anything about placements, career trajectory, etc. IIMs, do we have any constraint in choosing subjects? How is the curriculum decided in all IIMs? They seemed really surprised by my question. They asked me why you are asking this. I explained them. I am from Hindi medium background. I studied in a school where economics was never taught. So of this, I couldn't even clear my BHU entrance exam. I wanted to understand if any such limitations exist in IIM as well. They were shocked and just told me, Miss, without economics? Then they reassured me, you won't face there, you will get equal opportunity to study each and every subject. Everything is available there. Looking back, I see the interview wasn't perfect. There were multiple technical questions asked in between as well, which I don't remember right now. I didn't pretend anything. I didn't defend it aggressively. I didn't memorize answers. I think that's why it worked. Tips: if you are preparing for a B school interviews and if you are confused, if you want more structured ways to frame your answers, clarity on why certain answers work, why certain answers fail, join my personalized GDPI mentorship program. Search mbawali.com. You will find the program details. Even if you have doubts, you can join my community and the group for GDPI preparation as well. If you don't want to join that, if you don't have energy to go on the website, just ask your doubts in the comment section. I'll review your profile. I'll answer your questions in the comments. So on the final note, I want to say that walk into your interview prepared but not memorized. Please share this video with the right people. Thanks for watching. All the best. Please like and subscribe.